Hey guys, this is Eric from Miller Music, and today we are talking about how to record a rock song and 5 things you need to know to get a great recording. And the purpose of this video is really to help you so that when you get to your mixing stage, you're going to have something great to work with and the end result will be just awesome. So before we get started, I want to encourage you to download my free guide called How to Write, Record, and Release Your Song in 10 Weeks. You can click the link below. And what it is an overview process of taking a song idea and then getting a simple home studio set up, recording your song, and then release it all within 10 weeks. So it shows you exactly what to do in that guide below. All right, let's jump into our content. All right, so step number 1 is to start off with a great song. You know, if we think about these iconic rock songs, the rock songs that we really love, what is it about them? It's the song. You know, whether it's Zeppelin or Van Halen or Hendrix, the Beatles, they all started with great songs. So when you're writing your song, whether it's a guitar part, a drum part, a lyric, you know, what you're starting off with, have it be really excellent. And then choose the singer for your song that's going to best lead that song, that's going to best carry the message for that song. Step number 2 is to cast a sonic vision for your song. What is it that you want it to sound like? Maybe use a couple reference tracks of your favorite recordings and try to emulate the sounds they are getting or the vibe they are getting for that recording. As an example here, I recently wrote a song called Turn to You, and it started with just a guitar riff, and it sort of had this 80s vibe. So I built the whole song around that guitar riff. Starting there, then I added some words to it with the verse and then built a chorus around that, a solo section, bridge, but it all started from this guitar riff. You can check it out here. Step number 3 is to get good levels and good sounds. For this, you really want to spend a little bit of extra time in the beginning getting a good recording sound. Nothing is worse than starting off your recording, getting a great take, and then realizing that the kick drum sounds terrible. And then you have to recreate the whole thing, which you can't really fix later on. So spend a little time up front making sure everything sounds great. So for example, with the drums, make sure everything is tuned. There's no buzzes or clicks or pops in the recording. Make sure it all sounds really good. For the guitar, make sure the guitar sounds are good. The bass sounds are good. Everything is tuned up. That way, when you go to record, you don't have to worry about it. You know it's going to sound good right off the bat. Also, if you want to check out a video I recently did on how to record drums, you can click it right here in this video up top. So step number 4 is to figure out the best tempo for your song and to record with a click. So to do this, I recommend starting with the chorus, actually, and then sing your chorus through and see what tempo feels best with your chorus. That's going to be the biggest hook for your song, not the intro. So a lot of times what will happen is we'll get a good intro tempo, and then by the time we get to the chorus, it's either dragging a little bit or it's too fast. So start with that chorus, and then we can adapt the intro, the verses to that beat. But 1 or 2 BPM can go a long way to making the song feel the right tempo. So just spend some time ahead of time before you start to record, and then figure out that best tempo, that BPM. All right, so tip number 5 is the order of the instruments in which you record your song. And for most rock songs, I always recommend starting with the drums first and getting a really great drum song and building your song upon that. So this is a song called Turn to You that I played earlier on the guitar. All the drum tracks are in red, the bass tracks are in purple, and the guitar tracks are in blue. And what we did was we recorded together the bass and the drums, and I laid down a scratch guitar track. So here's just the drums. So we were happy with that drum take. It really felt good. It settled in, and then we added the bass on top of that. Now here you can hear the original guitar track, which is just a scratch track. And it sounds okay, but I wasn't super super happy with it, so I overdubbed later what would become the final rhythm guitar track. And then once we had that, now we could add the keys in. And so we did this on a separate day. We added the keyboard parts. We just added a Rhodes, and we kind of panned that opposite of the guitar tracks with a little bit of some keyboard hits over here. You can hear kind of. So that's it. It's just thinking about, you know, your instrumentation, what you're going to be ordering, and then last, I always do the vocals last. That way, you have all those tracks in, and the vocalist can really match their energy to the whole song. Now, as a kind of a bonus tip, if you have that good foundation of drums and bass, start to think about creative instrumentation. So different things you can use with the guitar tracks or the keyboard tracks, or how you can layer the sounds to add some depth in the music. So in the bridge of the song, I changed up and I used a slide guitar and a tremolo kind of effect to some of the guitars, so you can hear right here. And then we added in this keyboard part sort of a pad. So it gave it kind of a cool effect. And then lastly, we added the solo. Use your creativity here when you're building your tracks. This can be kind of fun in terms of how many tracks you want to actually create, but it can really add a lot, add some depth to your music. All right, I hope you found that helpful. I want to encourage you to download my free guide, How to Write, Record, Release Your Music in 10 Weeks. You can go to millermusic.co to download that guide, or just click the link in the description below. It's really helpful for just outlining this whole process. All right, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.